Welcome to Mythic Lore. Let's get started.
When I was born, the world still screamed. The floodwaters had only just retreated, leaving the soil wet with death and memory. From that rot, from that silence, I rose. I did not crawl from an egg. I did not slither from a mother's womb. I bled from the earth itself. The mud birthed me, and the roots sang my name, Python. I was not meant to live. I was meant to guard. Delphi, my home, was not a temple then. It was a wound. The heart of the world, pulsing beneath rock and shadow. I could hear the whispers in the earth. They spoke to me, the voices of gods unborn, of futures not yet written. They told me what would come, and I waited. The mortals called me a monster. They came with offerings, with trembling hands and wide eyes. They begged for prophecy, for meaning, for mercy, but they were noisy, fragile. They spoke of destiny as if it were theirs to shape. I showed them otherwise. Their bones fed the soil, and the soil whispered louder. Then she came, Leto, the wandering goddess, heavy with life. I could smell her fear before I saw her. The air around her shimmered with something divine, something dangerous. Hera's voice echoed in my mind. Hunt her, slay her. She carries the seeds of rebellion. I did not question, I obeyed. I chased her across the lands, through forests that wilted in my wake, across rivers that boiled beneath my coils. Everywhere I went, silence followed, but she escaped. On the island of Delos, she birthed her twins, Artemis and Apollo. And from that moment, I felt it. A warmth rising in the east, faint but relentless. A light that stung my eyes and made the shadows shrink. I hated it. I hated him. Years passed. The world forgot me. But the earth never does. It remembers everything, and it warned me. The boy was coming. But the day he arrived, the sky turned white. The wind stopped moving. Even the insects dared not hum. Then I saw him, golden-haired, young, beautiful. Too beautiful. He walked with arrogance only a god could wear. And I laughed. You smell like sunlight, I hissed, coiling around the stones of Delphi. Let's see if you burn as bright when the world swallows you. He didn't speak. He only raised his bow. The first arrow shattered against my scales. The second missed entirely. The third grazed my neck. I felt it, but only just pathetic. I lunged, tearing the ground apart, my fangs dripping venom that hissed and steamed where it fell. He dodged again and again, each movement faster, sharper, like a beam of light cutting through my shadow. And then I saw his eyes. There was no fear in them, only pity. He drew one last arrow. The air trembled. The light around him grew until I couldn't see the sky. And then the world split open. Pain, a pure white agony, ripped through me. The arrow burned like the sun itself, piercing my throat. I fell. The mountain shook. The air screamed. The earth that had birthed me cracked beneath my weight. And in my final breath, I heard the voice of Gaia, my mother. Sleep, my child. Sleep in the roots. You will not be forgotten, then darkness, but death isn't silence. I waited beneath the stones. My body rotted. My bones turned to dust. Yet my spirit endured. I felt him build over me, the temple. I felt the mortals come again, breathing my air, stealing my whispers. And at its heart, he placed his Pythia, the oracle, drunk on fumes rising from my corpse, my breath, my voice. My curse, they call it prophecy. They call it Apollo's wisdom. But it is me they hear. My echo, my venom, my truth twisted into his light. He killed my body, but he couldn't kill the dark.
If you've walked this far into the shadows of legend, leave your mark. Like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which myth should we awaken next?